Hello, this Mystico video looking at Teen Titans Go was sponsored by Chris over on Patreon. If you want to throw your support and possibly suggest some video ideas of your own, guaranteeing that spot on the schedule, just visit my Patreon. Link is in the description. And now, on with the show. Through 5 seasons and a made-for-television movie, Teen Titans was an excellent and highly entertaining animated series about 5 superheroes saving the world with their unique abilities and stopping all sorts of villains. However, this video is not about that show. Instead, it is about Teen Titans Go. And yes, as you may have surmised from the title, I actually like this series. Is it as good as the original series? No, but I actually don't find myself comparing the two. For those few tuning in unfamiliar with Teen Titans Go, the series consists of comedic shorts with the Teen Titans as they participate in goofy hijinks. That's really the gist of it, and part of why I'm able to look at TTG as separate from the earlier Teen Titans series is because I view them as comedic side shorts that are not canon. I think you can figure out early on whether you're okay with this interpretation or not, when we have an episode where the Titans all become ghosts. You have to give the creators credit for establishing the tone and lack of continuity immediately. One of the criticisms leveled at TTG is how vastly different the characters are. But are they? On Teen Titans, Robin was frequently the most obsessive and commanding on the team, owing to being the leader. Teen Titans Go exaggerates that to humorous levels and explores how frequent narcissism and fear of not being respected comes out of living in Batman's shadow. Beast Boy was often the laid-back one of the group, and that continues here, and his camaraderie with Cyborg is still as crazy as it was before. Go also plays up Starfire's bubbly personality, though she's hilariously completely indifferent to Robin, as opposed to the Star, who did share feelings for the Boy Wonder. It's an amusing running gag they managed to play around with quite humorously. Raven's deadpan nature is still there, but I also like the sillier side they give to her, as helped by Tara Strong's excellent voice work. Yet the anger still bubbles under the surface, and I cannot help but laugh at her frequently annoyed demeanor. I also want to commend the show's writers for giving the plots a bit of variety. It's frequently mentioned how Teen Titans Go is about heroes on their downtime, but there are still plenty of episodes where they fight villains. Another criticism leveled at Teen Titans Go is its use of lowbrow gags, like fart jokes and butts. And yeah, there is some of that, but it's not the entire series. For me, part of the joy of TTG is seeing the interactions between the team members. Having the actors from the earlier show was a huge get, and they have excellent chemistry. They actually record together, and you can tell because you can feel the energy in the room. A lot of the jokes are built off the characters and their individual personalities. There's also humor based on wordplay, characters breaking into catchy songs, physical comedy for not just slapstick, but also the action scenes, and sheer randomness. The chibi art style plays a role in making the humor work. What's also notable is that the plots of the episodes do drive the humor. The writers seem to devise a story and then build gags around what they are facing. For example, the episode Missing involves an hilarious parody of DuckTales, where the boys swim in money and say the lyrics of the famous theme song. However, it's not just there for the sake of it. The whole plot revolves around them having lack of funds and then receiving wealth by getting reward for returning Silky to kill him off. The story completely builds towards that bit and their complete irresponsibility with money, which makes it a worthy payoff. It's also obvious that Michael Jelenic, Aaron Horvath, and the rest of the Teen Titans Go team have a deep admiration for DC Comics. Whether in the foreground or in the background, the series is littered with nods to the comics and the various heroes and villains that populate them. And there's a further DC connection, as one of the writers on the series is none other than Will Friedle, who was the voice of the new Batman on Batman Beyond. They also play around with characters and this situation quite a number of times. There are a number of episodes where the writers just strand the Titans on a desert island and create some humorous scenarios as they try to survive. There's also an hilarious episode where they discover dinosaurs on this island, and the Titans each use their chosen dino for different activities. Robin, he tries to have a raptor open a door, and it's a running joke that made me laugh a lot. There are also a lot of meta episodes. The most infamous is the Fourth Wall, in which the villain Control Freak reveals he was the one who rebooted the Titans. The writers cleverly break said wall by showing them taking charge of the show and trying to make it more sophisticated. It's quite a clever little episode, and the creators actually poke quite a bit at themselves and how maybe the humor is not the most highbrow. Teen Titans Go also brilliantly utilizes other animation styles when need be. There's an episode where Cyborg becomes obsessed with a rock song, and the animation switches to an exact replica of animated 80s music videos, with an obvious heavy metal influence for good measure. Another episode has Robin putting the Titans into a video game, and having them venture into different types of games, including Beast Boy in a Frogger-type game, and Starfire participating in a Legend of Zelda parody, and done in the appropriate styles. The series takes full advantage of Tara Strong's role in My Little Pony, by not only having Raven be a fan of a show called Pretty Pretty Pegasus, but an entire episode has Control Freak transporting the Titans into the show and poking fun at that sort of sugary sweet programming. The most hilarious spot-on parody comes in an episode that takes on the style of the 1960s Filmation superhero series, capturing the cost-cutting animation and shortcuts shows of that era had to make. It also works as a commentary on those who think cartoons were only good back in their day. Now, with 200 episodes and counting, not everyone is a winner. There are some that tend to be too stupid, like the one where Cyborg and Beast Boy's bellies try to take over the world. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what was the thinking behind that episode. There are also some odd jokes that don't quite hit even in the wacky world of Teen Titans Go. In the episode where the Titans are put on trial for destroying the city, there's a portion that is entirely devoted to a My Cousin Vinny parody. That's the entire joke. Because you know, the target audience for this show is absolutely going to follow a My Cousin Vinny reference. That is every 10-year-old's favorite Joe Pesci movie. And I can also understand the frustration of Cartoon Network overloading the schedule with Teen Titans Go reruns. I know the show is really popular, but a little variety were not heard. Throw in a couple more Gumballs and Steven Universes in there, why don't you? At the end of the day, Teen Titans Go is a comedy show, and it works for you depending on whether you find it funny or not. I find it funny, but I can understand why there are those who don't. Do I think it deserves the anger it's generated in a few circles? Absolutely not. It's a silly cartoon show, and it's not like Warner Brothers has completely erased the other Teen Titans show from existence. To be honest, I don't even find myself comparing the two shows, because their intentions are so wildly apart, and they exist as different entities in my mind. And before launching into angry comments about how Teen Titans Go stinks and is the worst thing ever, try and imagine you're talking to a 5-year-old wearing a Robin Halloween costume, excitedly talking about their favorite episodes. Are you going to bring up how it ruined your childhood? I thought so. And for those wondering, yes, I am looking forward to next year's big screen Teen Titans Go to the movies. I can see them working in a feature-length format, and we'll definitely see an upgrade in the animation, and maybe the stakes. There's a lot of room for meta-humor and breaking the fourth wall, not unlike what we got earlier this year with the delightful LEGO Batman movie. In conclusion, is Teen Titans Go a perfect show? No. Do I think it's funny? Absolutely. See you next time.